Well, President Trump is looking for answers on the leaks coming from the White House. Listen.
I've gone to all of the folks in charge of the various agencies, and I've actually called the Justice Department to look into the leaks. Those are criminal leaks. They're put out by people either in agencies. I think you'll see it stopping because now we have our people in.
One person who would also like to see those leaks stop, a former CIA officer who says the spies plotting against the president are out of control. Joining me now is that former CIA officer and Democrat. His name is Bryan Dean Wright. Thank you so much for being with us.
So great to be here.
So there are leaks. You know this
right.
for a fact.
That's
you
right.
have friends in the intelligence community. You were a CIA agent.
That's right. Yeah.
What are they telling you?
Here's what's happening. A lot of agency officers are doing very, very important and good work, right? But there are a handful who are doing something very, very wrong, which is leaking information or not giving that information to the president. They are doing that for a couple of different reasons, but the persons or the folks who are doing that for political purposes, partisan hatred, that's dangerous. That's incredibly dangerous for the Republic because they don't get to decide winners and losers. The American people get to decide that. They did in November. I might not like it as a Democrat, but the people spoke. And for somebody to sit back and try to push the scales of politics in this country because they don't like the results, especially former spies, current spies, I should say, that's wrong.
He's the commander-in-chief. He's the one in charge. He's the one that makes decisions. And if he doesn't have all the information, isn't it putting our country at risk?
Unquestionably. Listen, I served under President Bush. You know, as a Democrat, there were times that was very difficult, right? But you walked in, not as a Democrat or a Republican or a Christian or a Muslim or gay or straight. It didn't matter.
As an American.
That's right. And you salute your flag and you salute your commander-in-chief and you serve your country. That is your oath to the American people.
So as a Democrat, how do you think the media or the intel community is treating this president?
Well, again, I think most are doing their job, and most serve him and serve him faithfully. But the problem is, I think it's the leftovers from the last administration, and then people who are just cranky that, frankly, they didn't get a job in the Clinton administration, if I could be very blunt. And I think that they're doing this business out of a political partisanship. I do think that some of them have got this idea that, hey, it is my job to save the Republic, right? No, it's not. It's the Department of Justice. It's Congress. It's the American people to make that decision. Not you, not as a spy. That is not your job.
Now, you've said that the intelligence community is withholding information from the president, but he says differently. Reince Priebus was on all the shows this weekend saying that wasn't the case, that's not the case. They get all the information.
Here's the deal. I think that some intelligence officers are holding back their sources and methods, right? So who exactly is providing that information, how they're getting that information. Listen, spies can find very cute and fun ways to make sure that the president doesn't get everything that they need to know. I do think that as a general rule, most people are doing their job. They're trying to help the president do his job. But I think there are some games being played, and I think that you're seeing some quotes come out. In fact, one intelligence official said he thinks that Trump is going to die in jail based on what he said.
That was a tweet. I'll read the tweet.
Yeah.
Let me find it on my paper here. It says, this is from John Schindler. It was a tweet from Intel official that Trump will die in jail, and this is what he said. Now we go nuclear. The Intel community war going to new levels. Just got an email from senior Intel community friend. It began. He will die in jail. What's your reaction?
That's horrifying. I mean, absolutely horrifying. I can't imagine any scenario in any country in this world where it is good for an unelected, unseen group of people to decide that a president gets to live or die, right? That is antithetical to how democracy should work. And I hope, pardon me, so I hope that can be taken care of and wrapped up, and these folks can be taken out, because that's what needs to happen.
Bryan Dean Wright, thanks for joining us.
You bet.